Former military generals and former president of Nigeria, Ibrahim Babangida, and Abdulsalami Abubakar have called on Nigerians to exercise hope in the journey towards nationhood in Nigeria. The former presidents made this plea in separate independent interviews with journalists at their residence in Mina.
62 years ago, when Nigeria gained her independence, it was a promise of a nation rising to greatness, to become Africa's giant and the epicenter of rich black people, blessed with diverse natural resources, to grow and bless its people. Sadly, this journey to a democratic future was short-lived, followed by various eras of military leadership marked by coups and counter-coups. Despite a return to civilian rule, the country is now divided along ethnic and religious lines, and it is now extremely polarized. Two important figures to Nigeria's journey to nationhood are former military generals and former presidents Ibrahim Babangida and Abdulsalami Abubakar.
Members of the press.
They acknowledge that Nigeria as a country has had its fair share of setbacks, but insist scaling the civil war without secession remains a victory.
About 7 years after independence, we went through a civil war which was very turbulent, but we have been able to come out of it quite successfully, in the sense that the country remained one from 1967 to 1970. And since then, all efforts, governments, both military and civilian, were all engaged in trying to keep the country united. And so far, we are still a united country. Some electorates are still selling their votes, and politicians are also encouraging the selling and buying of these votes. I think this is a negative part of what we're experiencing.
At 62, Nigeria still battles insecurity and banditry in the northwest, and secessionist agitation and a clamor for youthful leadership.
Attaining political leadership in Nigeria requires huge financial resources, which has largely kept young people away from attaining political positions. Chanami Bameyi, TVC News, Mina.